You catch your reflection in a window, and your hair looks thin. Not styled wrong. Thin. That's not your hair's fault. It's your cut's fault. And it's been quietly aging you 4 to 6 years every single time you leave the house. Today I'm showing you 3 shortcuts built specifically for fine, thinning hair over 60. And one of them does something with volume that most stylists won't even bring up unless you ask the right way. I'll give you the exact words to use in the chair. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and the best fixes for women over 50, so you get real results, fast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1. The Textured Pixie Crop. Here's what nobody tells you about fine hair and length. They're working against each other every single day. You've probably kept some length, just in case. In case you want to pull it back, in case short feels too drastic, in case you miss it. I get it. But here's the real reason that length is hurting you. Every extra inch on fine hair adds weight. And weight is the enemy of volume. The longer it hangs, the flatter it lies against your scalp, and a flat crown reads as thin hair, tired eyes, and a face that's lost its lift. It's not your imagination. The fix is the textured pixie crop. And I want to be specific here because pixie scares people. This isn't the close-cropped pixie from 20 years ago. This is longer on top, razor textured at the crown specifically to create lift, and tapered close at the nape and sides. The razor work is what changes everything. A blunt cut on fine hair just lies there. Texturizing scissors or a razor remove just enough weight from each strand that the hair has room to stand up instead of collapsing under its own weight. Here's the surprising part. Most women assume short equals less hair to work with, so less styling power. It's actually the opposite. Short hair on a fine texture creates the illusion of density, because there's less length for gravity to pull down. You're not losing volume. You're finally letting it show. 3 to 5 fixes for the chair. And say these almost word for word. Ask for point cutting at the crown, not blunt cutting. This creates the broken, lifted texture instead of a flat cap. Ask for shorter nape, longer crown. This builds an angle that lifts the eye upward instead of letting it drag down toward a sagging jawline. Ask your stylist to leave a few longer pieces around the face. This softens the cut so it doesn't read as severe, and it frames your features instead of exposing them. And don't skip this one. Ask for a light point cut fringe if you have any forehead lines you want softened. A soft, broken fringe does more for camouflaging forehead texture than any amount of concealer ever will. The before and after on this one is dramatic. Before, chin-length fine hair, flat at the crown, tucked behind the ears out of necessity rather than style. After, a lifted, textured pixie with movement at the crown and soft pieces framing the cheekbones. Same woman. Completely different energy. Maintenance is simple. You'll need a trim every 6 to 8 weeks to keep the texture sharp, because fine hair grows out of a pixie shape faster than you'd expect. A light volumizing mousse on damp roots, blow-dried upside down for 30 seconds, is the whole routine. Secretly, this cut works better on second-day hair than first. The slight grease actually helps the texture hold its shape. So that's cut 1. But the second style I'm about to show you does something almost nobody asks for. And it might be the most flattering option on this entire list for a very specific reason. Part 2. The layered bob with chin-length lift. This one's for you if you're not ready to go as short as a pixie, but you're tired of your hair doing absolutely nothing all day. You know the look. By 2 p.m. it's just there. Hanging. Not styled, not unstyled, just present. And that flatness does something specific to your face. It elongates it. A face that's already starting to soften along the jawline doesn't need more length pulling it down. It needs a stopping point. The layered bob with chin-length lift is that stopping point. The length sits right at the chin or just below, but the real work happens in the layering underneath. Internal layers cut at varying lengths so the ends don't sit in one heavy line. That heavy line is what makes most bobs on fine hair look like a helmet. Internal layering breaks that up completely. Here's what changes everything about this particular bob. The front pieces are cut a half-inch shorter than the back. That tiny difference creates a face framing effect that lifts everything upward and outward, toward your cheekbones, away from your jaw. Most stylists cut a bob in one flat line front to back. That's the version that ages you. So here's exactly what to say in the chair. Ask for graduated layers, heavier at the perimeter. This keeps the silhouette from looking choppy while still removing weight. Ask for a slight A-line front shorter than back. This is the specific lift I just described, and most stylists know this term immediately. Ask for point cutting on the ends, not a blunt line. Blunt ends on fine hair look thin no matter how much product you use. Point cut ends create the illusion of thickness because the eye reads texture as density. One more, if your hair has any wave or cowlick, ask your stylist to cut it dry after a blow dry, not wet, so the layers fall the way they'll actually behave day to day, not the way they look soaking wet on the cutting cape. The before and after here genuinely surprises people. Before, one length shoulder hair, flat crown, no shape at all. After, a chin grazing bob with movement, lift at the front, and an actual silhouette. It looks like 10 years came off, but nothing about her face changed, only the cut did. Maintenance-wise, this one needs a trim every 8 weeks to keep the A-line sharp, and a root lifting spray applied before blow-drying makes the biggest difference of any single product step. And honestly, this is the cut I get asked about most by women who say they just want to look like themselves again, but better. That tells you something. Up next is the shortest, boldest option on this list, and it's the one most women rule out before they've even tried it, for a reason that turns out to be completely wrong. Part 3. The soft shag with curtain bangs. This is the one women talk themselves out of before they even sit down in the chair. You've probably thought, a shag is too messy for me, or bangs at my age will look like I'm trying too hard. I want to gently take that off the table right now, because the soft shag with curtain bangs is doing the exact opposite of messy or try hard. It's doing something with face framing that the other two cuts on this list simply can't. Here's the real reason this works on fine, thinning hair specifically. A shag is built from layers cut at multiple lengths throughout the whole head, not just around the edges. On thick hair, that many layers can look chaotic. On fine hair, it's the opposite. It's the only way to fake density without extensions. Each layer catches the light differently, and the eye reads that as fullness, even though the actual hair density hasn't changed at all. The curtain bangs are doing something specific too. They're parted softly down the middle and swept to each side, landing right around the cheekbone. That's not random. That's the exact spot that draws the eye toward your eyes and away from forehead lines or a thinning hairline at the temples, which is often the first place fine hair shows its age. What nobody tells you is that curtain bangs are actually more forgiving than a full fringe, not less. A full blunt fringe needs thick hair to look intentional. Curtain bangs work with sparse hair because they're meant to look airy and separated. You're not fighting your hair's natural thinness here. You're using it. Say this in the chair. Ask for long layers throughout, face framing pieces left longest. This is the foundation of the shaggy movement without losing length entirely. Ask for curtain bangs, point cut and feathered, not blunt. Blunt curtain bangs look like a regular fringe that's been pushed to the side. Feathered ones look effortless. Ask for texturizing on the ends only, not through the roots. Keeping the roots untouched preserves whatever natural lift you already have at the crown. One small shift that makes a real difference. Ask your stylist to cut the bangs slightly longer than you think you want. Curtain bangs that are cut too short lose their ability to sweep and just stick out instead. Before and after on this one is subtle but powerful. Before, hair pulled back tightly, every line on the forehead fully exposed, fine texture obvious at the part. After, soft layers and bangs framing the face, forehead lines softened, texture appearing fuller throughout. Same bone structure. Same beautiful eyes. Completely different first impression. For upkeep, a trim every 6 weeks keeps the layers from growing into each other and losing their shape, and a lightweight texturizing spray on dry hair brings the movement back between washes. I will say this quietly, out of all 3 cuts, this is the one I'd choose for myself, and it's not close. But none of these 3 cuts will hold up the way they should if you skip what I'm about to tell you next, because there's a conversation most women never have with their stylist, and it's the reason cuts like these grow out looking wrong within weeks. Part 4. The salon conversation that makes or breaks all 3. Here's something I watched happen in a salon chair last week. A woman with stunning bone structure, beautiful posture, sat down and said to her stylist, "Just take a little off the bottom, nothing too crazy." She walked out with almost the exact same haircut she walked in with. She didn't know she'd just asked for nothing to change. That's the gap. It's not that stylists don't know how to cut fine, thinning hair well. It's that most women don't know how to ask for it. And immediately, before you even sit down, that gap is costing you the results these 3 cuts are capable of giving you. The real reason this happens so often is that fine hair and thin hair get used interchangeably, but they mean different things to a stylist, and if you don't specify which one you have, they're guessing. Fine hair means each individual strand is narrow in diameter. Thin hair means you don't have a lot of strands overall. You can have fine hair that's actually quite dense, or coarse hair that's thinning at the crown. The cut that works depends entirely on which one you're dealing with, and most women never say either word out loud. So here's exactly what to bring into that appointment. Say my hair is fine in texture, or my hair is thinning in density. Whichever is true for you, right at the start before any cut is discussed. This single sentence changes which techniques your stylist reaches for. Ask specifically, can you point cut instead of blunt cutting the ends? This is the single most important phrase in this entire video, because a blunt cut is the #1 reason fine hair looks thinner than it is. Ask, where on my head do you see the most natural lift, and can we build the cut around that? This forces a conversation about your actual hair, rather than a generic shape. And ask, what's the shortest amount of time I can go between trims before this loses its shape? Most stylists will tell you the honest answer is shorter than you'd like, and that's information you need before you commit. One more thing nobody tells you, bring a photo, but don't bring a photo of a celebrity with thick hair wearing one of these cuts. The cut on thick hair and the cut on fine hair are styled completely differently even when the underlying shape is the same. Ask if there's a portfolio photo of someone with hair texture similar to yours instead. Once the cut is right, upkeep is what protects it. Wash with a volumizing shampoo specifically formulated for fine hair. Regular shampoo can weigh fine strands down within a single wash. Apply any styling product to roots only, never to the ends, because product on fine ends just adds weight exactly where you don't want it. And always dry your roots first, lifting with a round brush, before touching the ends at all. The before and after of this conversation isn't about hair at all. It's about walking out of a salon having actually gotten what you asked for, instead of a slightly tidier version of what you walked in with. Bring these exact phrases into your next appointment, no matter which of the 3 cuts you choose. The cut only works if the conversation works first. You just learned 3 cuts built specifically for fine, thinning hair over 60, and the exact words to make sure you actually get one of them, instead of walking out with the same hair you came in with. You didn't just watch a video. You walked in with a plan most women never think to bring. Tell me in the comments, which of these 3 cuts are you bringing to your next appointment? And have you ever had it just take a little off haircut go wrong? Next time I'm breaking down the colors that are secretly aging fine gray hair, and the 2 that bring it back to life. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I'll see you in the next one.